Welcome back. It's 13,000 day once again. What a stunning recovery in the last half an hour of today's trading action. We have just about 3 to 4 minutes to go before the day closes out. So Amrish, before we let you sign off today, I know you have a stock pick for us. So quickly, tell us
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, I mean, this stock is from a sector which will actually gain from the lifestyle changes post-COVID. And this is Mahindra Lifespace Developers, basically into affordable housing, which will actually gain from that work-from-home culture. So, like I said, basically affordable housing and mid-premium segment, which is about 73% of the portfolio. And most of their stock is below that 50 lakh category in the MMR region, Pune, Nagpur, Chennai, Bangalore. And at the same time, they're also into industrial parks. And currently, two more parks they're doing near Ahmedabad and Chennai. And this is the other positive because I believe the deal pipeline for these is seems robust, especially the demand from MNCs who want to come and set up projects in India. And at the same time, I mean, as far as the balance sheet is concerned, I mean, you have that annuity income from their lease properties, which is about 40 crores per annum, which actually acts as a good cushion in times like these. And what we've seen in the last 3 months is most of the real estate companies, especially in the affordable housing, have been declaring good results, good sales in the last 3 months. And Mahindra Life too has shown a very sharp recovery as far as the sales are concerned, with about 115 crores of sales in the first, I mean, in quarter two. And looking at least the next couple of quarters and FY22 estimates, I'm looking at an EPS of about 30, which should, I mean, ensure that the price goes up to about levels of 360, which is a good return from the current levels.
Okay, all right, Amrish. Thanks very much for joining us on the show today. With that, it's time to wrap up what has been a stunningly strong session. And Anuj, maybe it's a befitting expiry for what has been a very dramatic month for this market, right?
Yeah, it's been a very strong series, Surabhi. Normally, series like these end at the highest point of the series. We are there, give or take 100 points. The market, of course, had a big decline yesterday, but today you have made up for that. I think the Bank Nifty is still some distance away. So let's see, unless there's a catastrophe in global market, Surabhi, I think my sense is that tomorrow morning you could have perhaps another green start, and then of course you take it from there. But there was definitely some expiry factor. 3 p.m. factor played out today. That, I mean, you can see, especially the way stocks like HDFC and HDFC Bank moved up. But really, it's the dollar trade which is perhaps back. The dollar index is back below 92. You saw that play out in Tata Steel and JSW Steel. Both these stocks were up 5 to 6%. Bajaj Finance, Bajaj Auto, Divi's Labs, HCL Tech. But really the big move for the market was because of HDFC and HDFC Bank. On the downside, not too many stocks actually. Eicher Motors was down about 1.5%. BPCL was down about close to 1%. And Maruti, though off the lowest point, was a bit soft. That was also down a bit. But a very strong day for the market, both in the index and outside the index, Surabhi.
Oh yes, absolutely. And if you're looking at the mid-cap universe, then you've got a 1% gain here as well, and plenty of names. So metals as a theme continued beyond the Nifty. Look at stocks like SAIL or something like JSPL, 6% to 8%, depending on what you pick up. Financials are still seeing brisk buying. So L&T Finance holding. Let's pull up some of the others as well. Whether you're looking at Manappuram or some of the banks like Canada. So there's buying that continues in this part of the market. Jubilant Foodworks, by the way, reversed some of its yesterday's loss. Stock was up about 3%. Cement also came back. India Cements, for instance, up about 4%. So these were some of the themes that worked well. Then several other companies. I mean, again, coming back to the metals theme, Nalco would be another example of how strong this side of the market is. And then Siemens, of course, I mean, with those kind of results, a 12% up move on the stock. And that's something that you really can't ignore. We move sort of lower down the tally, and then there's so much excitement. I mean, stocks like NRB, Bearing, Mirza International, the entire space going right down to small caps. There's a buzz in the overall market. Absolutely no taking away from that. Just want to mention Interglobe Aviation because of the view that Citi has taken, and it's a slightly negative one. Perhaps there's some concern around that stock. And that's about it. Shriram Transport Finance, there was some profit taking over there. Otherwise, not a day to speak about losers in the mid-cap arena either. With that, it's time out on this edition of Closing Bell. Always great to be bringing the show to you. But right now, do not go anywhere because soon after the break, we have this week's edition of Big Deal coming up.